you can let the puppies breathe. And so I really like that I can spread out in here and have plenty of leg room. And you know, as far as the console right here and the cup holders, if you've got a big tumbler or something, it'll fit in here. I've got like a 30-ounce tumbler, it'll fit. Now if you've got 2 in here, it's probably not going to fit, because they are too wide up here in the diameter, and so they would probably rub up against one another, or you probably wouldn't be able to get that second one in there. But I use a 30-ounce one in there and it fits. So anyways, now down here you've got a USB plug and little cubby area right in there. I don't know really what all you're gonna put in there, not much, but it's a nice little pocket, maybe to store your wallet or whatever. I usually just take and plug my cell phone in and let it charge, and then just stick the front of it down in that cubby. Sometimes I stick it in the spare cup holder there. So that is pretty nice. Now one of the features that I like is the headliner. You know, it seems to be a nice headliner in here. And you know, it's not the highest quality like the one that's, you know, in my truck, but you know, my truck's like $60,000 truck. So, but you know, this one's fairly nice. It's got your light that comes on and off, and you know, that's pretty neat. Then you've got a little mirror right here on this side. To be honest, hadn't even looked in it before. So, you know, that's cool if you're a woman, want to put on your makeup in the car or whatever. But on the passenger side, there's no mirror. So, you know, that's one thing that might, you know, aggravate somebody. But you can always put a little accessory there if you wanted to add one. It's no big deal. And since there's limited room in here, I wanted to be able to buy an accessory to put my phone on. And so I found this one at like Ross or TJ Maxx. I don't remember which one, but it's mounted to the window where I can just pop my cell phone in there and close the little arms up, and then it also charges my phone at the same time. And I went ahead and pulled the power cord off of it so you wouldn't see it draped in here. But anyways, that is a pretty cool accessory to have for this vehicle. And then as far as the glove compartment goes, it's got a pretty large glove compartment, pretty good size. And then as far as the manual, they give you a pretty nice manual. It comes with a spot for your registration and all that kind of stuff, and then it comes with all the paperwork in there, like I said, the car manual, and then they provide you with a little tire checker, and then inside here is a first aid kit. So I thought that was pretty neat. Most car companies don't include that. So, and I know it's just simple, but you know, hey, I thought it was pretty cool. So you can see that even with that manual back in there, I've got a flashlight and a power inverter and some sunglasses and a charging cable, and there's still enough room in there for more stuff. So as far as the side pockets and the doors, it's got a place for a drink holder down in there, and then like a little mount pocket here, and then it's got your place for your hand rest, little grips. And you know, same thing on the driver's side, has the same setup over here. And so I think for the amount of leg room that you get in this vehicle, that, you know, it's fairly comfortable. So if you look down here beside you, you've got the emergency brake, and then you've got this little bitty armrest. And I'll be honest with you, again, this is another complaint of mine. I'm not real big on this little armrest, just simply because it sits so far back. I guess it serves its purpose, but it's only wide enough for one arm. So I wished that Mitsubishi would have relocated this emergency brake to the floor, a little push in kind right in here, and use this area right in here to come up a little bit higher and make it a little bit wider for a more substantial console where you can put, more of your arm on it to rest. And so plus it would give you more storage room. So when you open this up, you can see I've got some nice coronavirus mask in there, and phone charging cable and all that. But that's about all you're going to get in this thing. So it's really tiny. Now you can flip it back and it becomes a cup holder for the back seat. I don't know why you would ever need to, because they have one in between the two seats back there. But let's say you got a child or whatever and you want to stick some fries right in there and put their drink in the cup holder between the two seats, then that would probably work. But as far as a lot of padding, it's not very padded. I mean, it's basically just a really thin padding with some fabric draped over top of it, and it could use a little more padding. Now, as far as safety on these vehicles, it, like I said before, it has the StabiliTrak, or the traction control, not the StabiliTrak, but the traction control down here. It does have ABS, disc brakes on the front, drum brakes on the rear. And another safety feature is the airbags. You've got one here in your steering wheel, and then some right here on the sides, on the pillars there, and then right on the passenger side. And then you also have some right in here, like a little side curtain that pops out right in there. And so it does have quite a bit. So altogether, you've got your front impact bags, your side impact, your overhead, and your knee. So it does have a 4-star safety rating. So that's pretty good. It's not the highest. It's not nowhere near the lowest. So I mean, it is a pretty good safety rating, and so I would feel pretty comfortable in it, as long as I wasn't trying to run 100 in it and get in a wreck. But I don't think that it's going to be any problems. Now, the only poor performance as far as the safety that I seen was for down there in the foot area. So it scored a little low on the safety ratings down in that floorboard area. So it is what it is. I think every vehicle is going to have some sort of low score on something, but nothing's 100% perfect. So let's review the pros and cons for this vehicle. The reason to buy the Mitsubishi Mirage is for the warranty. This has the best warranty, 10-year, 100,000 mile powertrain warranty. It's the best warranty in the industry. Especially for this price point on this vehicle, you won't find a cheaper vehicle that has this kind of warranty. So warranty is everything. That's what deterred us from buying a used vehicle and purchasing something new, was because of the warranty. Because I did not want to go out and purchase some used vehicle from some Joe Dirt on the side of the road and get the thing home and the transmission blow up on me. And I just don't trust anybody to buy a vehicle from anymore, because people are just not trustworthy. As far as other reasons, it's great on gas. It does use 87 octane. You don't have to run any kind of mid-grade or premium in it. So 41 miles to a gallon. People have reported 42, 43. So don't think you'll find any better than that. And it's spacious. You have a lot of room for a subcompact. It provides you with all the room that you could need. Like I said, I'm 6'1", 300-pound guy, and I don't have any problems riding in it. The only quirk that I have as far as getting in the vehicle is right in here. My head would hit if I didn't kind of duck down just a little bit. right in here on the door. But that's true with several of the smaller vehicles. I've had Hyundai Elantras, I had several of those, and my head would hit right in here as well. So that's my only thing that's makes it hard for me getting in and out of. And finally, the last two is features. You won't find very many cars in this price point with, you know, the big touch screen and you know, all the features that this car has at this price. Also, low maintenance cost. I don't think you'll find another vehicle that takes 3 quarts of oil, a little over 3 quarts of oil for an oil change. I don't think you'll find one that, you know, when you do a transmission service, you only have to buy 3 quarts of oil to do the transmission service. And it's very simple. If you can do an oil change, you can do the CVT transmission service. You just, you know, like I said, you just drop the plug, drain the fluid, and then replace the fluid with the correct amount, and then you're done. You don't have to worry about it for another 50,000 miles. So as far as low maintenance cost, this vehicle is as low as you're going to find. Now on to the cons. Okay, well, my biggest gripe with this vehicle is stability. Whether you're driving down the interstate or if you're in a curve. And as far as handling, this vehicle did not get very good reviews, and I understand why. Yesterday I was driving through Chattanooga and the wind was really kicking, and it was just blowing me all over the road. And so, you know, I had to slow down from running like 70, 75 down to about 60, 65, because it was pushing me into the other lane, because the car only weighs 2,100 pounds. So, you know, you equal 2,100 pounds on a vehicle that's really narrow like this car, and, you know, it looks a little top heavy, and that wind just pushes it. And so there are some things that you can do to make it a little bit more stable, and I plan on doing that. But right out of the box with these 14-inch wheels and tires, it's just not very stable. And so I am going to fix that by next time when I put tires on it. I am going to find some 15-inch wheels and put on here, and I'm going to try to put some wider tires on it. The size tires that they put on here is just not wide enough for me, and you know, I'm hoping that with some wider tires that it'll widen out the stance and give it a wider track width, and so it'll help keep it from being pushed around so much. So that is a big thing to me. Now when you're on the interstate and the wind's not blowing, you can easily, you know, run 75, 80 mile an hour. I wouldn't want to go any more than that in this. You know, I've got a truck, wouldn't have any problems taking it well over 100 mile an hour if I wanted to, but I just don't feel stable enough to go over 80 in this vehicle. And so that might be a problem for some of you, because I know some people like to run 90 and 100 mile an hour, but you definitely won't break any land speed records in this vehicle. My second gripe is the power. I know that in a lot of the reviews from people, they say that it's not powerful enough, and it's not. I mean, I would love to see Mitsubishi boost the power up at least around 100. Right now you're at like 70 something, so I think if they boosted it up to about 100 horsepower, that it would be adequate. And, you know, this might not bother some of you, but let's say you're trying to get on the interstate and you're merging onto the ramp and you're trying to get up to speed. This vehicle, it doesn't get up to speed very fast, but once you're up to speed, it doesn't have any problems maintaining. I've been up some really steep grades before, going up mountains, and you know, it doesn't have any problems pulling once you're up to speed. But like I said, you know, if you're trying to accelerate to get on the interstate, then, you know, it don't have a whole lot of power. Now, have I experienced, you know, this being a really big problem? No. If you're just looking for a vehicle just to put around town, make short trips, I don't think you'll find a cheaper, better vehicle with a warranty than this. So on to my next gripe, and that's sound deadening. There's not hardly any sound deadening in this vehicle at all. So if I can recommend anything to anybody, that would be to take and put some rubberized undercoating in the wheel wells, because there is not any. And so whenever I go to rotate the tires, I'm going to pull the wheels and tires off, and I've got a couple of cans of undercoating, and I'm gonna coat the inside of those wheel wells, and hopefully that'll quiet down some of the road noise. And you know, hopefully down the road, whenever I'm going to change the wheels and tires out to 15s, that'll also help, because I'm going to look for a tire that has less road noise than the ones that's on it right now, just to keep it quiet, you know. And I'm spoiled. I'm used to driving in a nice truck, a luxury truck, and so there's hardly any road noise at all. It's super quiet in my truck. So that is, you know, one thing that kind of is a little aggravating. You do get a lot of road noise. So anyways, and number 5, we were talking about safety, and I said this vehicle here has ABS brakes, their disc in the front, and their drums on the rear. I don't know why they didn't go ahead and just put disc on the rear. I guess it's more expensive for them to use disc, so they probably, you know, saved a little bit of money by using the drums. Now, I know what you're saying, that's kind of outdated technology, and it is, but you know, we've been using drum brakes on vehicles since the very beginning, so you know, they do work. Don't have any problems really with the brakes. And you know, when I get ready to do a brake job on this vehicle, when the brakes do get worn, I've already looked into it, and there's several companies out there that makes a set of rotors and pads, drilled and slotted rotors and pads drilled and slotted rotors and high performance pads for this vehicle for about little over $100 for the front two and the pads. So that's not much at all to do a brake upgrade, and so I will definitely do that. And I've heard several people say that it makes a big difference, and so I haven't had any problems at all with the brakes. But anything you can do to stop a little better, I'm all for it. So anyways, as far as that goes, I don't really have any problems with the Mitsubishi Mirage. I'm quite happy with it. I'm very, very pleased. I think this was a great purchase, and you know, for the gas mileage, the price of the vehicle, and like I said, I can't keep telling you enough, the 10-year 100,000 mile warranty, and not having to worry about the engine or the transmission, you know, it's well worth that. And so, you know, most people, you know, if you're in the market for a new car, like I said, you never know what you're going to get from some just random guy off the street. And so anyways, it was important to us to buy something that had a warranty. And so anyways, keep that in mind when you consider making your purchase. So anyways, I appreciate you guys watching this video. I know this was the world's longest drawn out video, but there's just so much to tell, so many features to go over, and I just wanted to tell you my thoughts and opinions on the vehicle. And thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. And I'm gonna have some different accessories going on the vehicle here in the next few weeks. I'm going to try out some different floor mats, and I'm going to try out another steering wheel cover. And so anyways, I'm going to just try to find some different stuff to improve upon the vehicle and make it a little bit more comfortable. And I'll keep bringing you guys different videos. And so make sure you like and subscribe to my channel, because there's definitely more to come for the Mitsubishi Mirage. And so please put your comments down below, and I'll try to answer them, any questions or whatever. And thanks for watching. I really appreciate it.